and they asked me, was it worth the wait? Like saving sex for marriage. They wanted to know if it was worth it. And here is my response. It depends. It depends on your mindset going into marriage. There are 4 things that you need to think about going into marriage. And whether or not you have processed these things and thought about these things is going to have a lot to do with whether or not you are going to find it worth the wait. So the first consideration in regards to waiting, saving sex for marriage is this. Number 1, you need to know that your spouse's sex drive will be different from yours. Everybody does not have the same sex drive. And that's one of the things that makes daydreaming so dangerous, because you do not take into consideration that your sex drive is different from theirs. When you're daydreaming, every time you want it, they want it. When you daydreaming, when you hit that level, they hitting it. Your daydreams are not reality. Can we just be real honest here, like real quick? If this man has been waiting with you when you all first start being intimate, it's not about to be a marathon. It's going to be a short sprint. You tracking? Okay. It's going to be a short sprint. And if you go in right out the gate thinking that it's about to be a marathon and y'all going to be love making for hours, girl, that's not even realistic. And that's actually okay. You are your own individual person. He is his own individual person. Women, now keep this in mind, women reach their max sex drive in their 40s. Men reach theirs in their 20s. So if you are in your 30s and 40s and getting married, there is a strong probability that your drive is going to be higher than his. Now, in the beginning, you might not notice it, simply because you're both so excited that you finally get to get some legal booty and get to have bedroom ministry. But once the newness and excitement wears off and you come into your normal sex drive, you are more than likely going to notice that your drive is higher than his if you are in your 30s and 40s, because women peak later than men. You should know this going in. I want to know, did you already know that? Let me know in the comments. So it's going to make a difference. And your attitude with how you approach you all having different sex drives is going to have a lot to do with whether or not you're happy. So the second thing to consider in whether or not it's worth the wait, what your spouse likes in the bedroom may be different from you. You may like more foreplay than him. You might not like the foreplay that he likes doing. The position you want to do may not be the position he wants to do. So you have to take these things into consideration, because once again, when you were daydreaming, I bet when you was daydreaming about getting it on, every position you wanted, he wanted. But what if he wants you? This is we're all adult talk, okay? So let's say he likes you on top, but you tired. I mean, because it can happen. You out of practice because you actually been waiting well. Just it's things like that are realistic that you don't take into consideration. He might have something wrong with his hip. There's all kinds of things. So you should go in with a healthy expectation of knowing that you're going to learn some things about your partner, and you all will settle into what is your norm. So I encourage you to not go in with these, it's going to be like this and this and this and this and this. No, go in with, okay, I am about to learn my spouse in a completely different way. They're going to learn me in a completely different way. And as we're learning each other, we're going to find our sweet spot. And that is a healthy and mature way to go into marriage with healthy intimacy expectations. Number 3 thing to take into consideration, you all will have different levels of sexual experience. So And then, and here's something, a little caveat to take into consideration, okay? Now, he could be very sexually experienced in regards to like the number of partners and how many times he has had sex. But if he was just in them streets humping, he's not actually very experienced in intimacy in and of itself. And that could throw you for a loop because you like, well, man, you know, he out here, he about to be Casanova because you've been saving yourself and he has so much more experience. But all he was doing was humping. He wasn't being transparent and vulnerable. And he wasn't doing anything to kind of, you know, like warm it up a little bit. He wasn't doing any of that. So you may need to draw, brother, some road maps. Yeah, you might have to be like, look, turn left. Now go down this road for a mile. Then when you get here, you make a right. Now you stay there for a little bit, and then you go down this road, and then you make another left. You might have to draw the brother some road maps, okay? So if he's very, very inexperienced or coming in and just was accustomed to having sex and not actually being intimate with somebody, you might have to draw a brother road map. It's a possibility. Just be ready. And there's nothing wrong with needing to do that. You have to be open and willing to give each other time to get to know one another sexually, to get to know what you each like. And then if you've not been very intimate, you don't even know what you like. So you have to be patient. This is not a what everybody, you just get married and it's just wonderful. You have to learn what works for the two of you guys. And number 4, the last thing to take into consideration is that if you have a history of sexual trauma, you yourself may be a hindrance. If you've been raped, just sexually molested in any type of way, you might not even be aware of how that would trigger you in the bedroom simply because you've not been exposed in this area. And so I would encourage you to, if you have any type of sexual trauma, to begin praying and laying that thing before the Lord, to start dealing with it beforehand. Be proactive about it, okay? And this is a bonus. I encourage you to build your self-confidence. And I'm sharing this with you because I remember long before I got married, one day, I still remember where I was when God told me this, but he told me that how I felt about myself, my low self-confidence, was going to be unfair to my husband, and it was going to affect our bedroom intimacy because the way I felt about myself and I didn't like my body, I was going to feel like my husband wouldn't like my body. And it was going to make me uncomfortable with him touching me. Ooh, my prophetic spidey senses are going off. I'm all up in somebody's business, but please know that you're not hearing this by mistake. This is a divine appointment, a divine time, and you're supposed to be getting this information because the Lord does not want the enemy to utilize your self-confidence to destroy your bedroom intimacy. There's a reason you're hearing about this now. And you need to build a healthy self-confidence and like what you see when you look in the mirror, and specifically liking what you see when you look in the mirror when you don't have on any clothes, because your low self-confidence absolutely will interfere with your bedroom intimacy. And so you need to deal with that mental stuff now before you say I do. I hope this has blessed you. I didn't have videos like this when I was single. So I do hope that this has blessed you. If you have questions, I don't mind answering. Drop questions in the comments. I will answer them to the best of my ability. If you want to speak with me one-on-one, I am still doing prophetic life coaching sessions online. And so you go to my website, drcubeon.com. The link is below. Click on booking. And I've got multiple resources. I've got books, I've got courses and webinars. And then, of course, my mentoring program, Helpmeet Prep Academy, check it out. The enrollment for that opens back up in December of 25. So, all right. I love you. Be blessed. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.